Hello everyone, Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Kauai. It is April 22nd, 2015. It's 8:08 in the morning. We're talking about things that can help you with the sales process. Now, there's a saying out there, if you had to eat an elephant, how would you do it? And then, the answer to the question is one bite at a time. And the reason why I bring this up is I got to see a sales process this week, and I was watching some guys talking to some people out here about buying a surfboard, and the problem was he went for the whole entire package from the very beginning. And so instead, and this is going to be based upon the person that you're with, and over time you do develop the muscle of determining the right person and how to explain this. But the problem was he went too big too quick. And so instead of him going through a process where he just started really small and then talked to the next step and then went really small and talked to the next step, he started too big. He started with the entire elephant. Now sometimes the people that you're with, they don't want the whole elephant at first. They need spoon-fed bites. They need little tiny bites at a time. Just a little bit here and a little bit here and a little bit here. So you're gonna have to come up with a couple ways to figure out your presentation. And one of them is gonna be able to figure out, how do I do the Hansel and Gretel effect? How do I take a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here for the type of personality who needs it, okay? So for me, I'm the type of person you just give me all the information at once. I'll make a quick decision. If I want it, cool. If not, I'm gonna say no. And it's not gonna be like, a long-term thing. Now on the opposite end, so on the pendulum, you got me over here, quick decision, just give me the goods, tell me what it is. And I had to go in and get to get a tooth redone. And the doctor was really nervous about dentist. The dentist was really nervous about explaining to me the process. And he had this big wind up about how everything goes, and I get it. He wanted to explain to me what was going on. He was building the value. And I'm like, hey man, let's just get to the point. How much is a tooth gonna cost? And he told me, I'm like, all right, cool, let's get it done. So, and I gotta tell you, that's not every type of buyer, and there's a lot of people who need that hand holding. So when I talk to you about the Hansel and Gretel effect, it's a lot of hand holding, and it's taking them through the process of saying, here's what we're gonna do, here's what we're gonna do, here's what we're gonna do. Now, if you have a product that has a ton of add-ons and things that you can add on to it, you're always better off selling the base first. It's always the base first, and then the add-ons. Now, where the mistake gets made is people go in and they try to sell the base, add-on 1, add-on 2, add-on 3, add-on 4, all at the same time, instead of having the person to be comfortable with the big purchase first. Now remember, once somebody makes a buying decision, it's easier for them to get on board, and that's something you can learn from infomercials, because they're like, you know what, if you do this and you buy now, you can get 2 of them for $10 instead of 1 of them for $9. Whatever numbers that they use. So once people have that base down and whatever's going on, they've taken the first big bite, and then now it's time for them to take all the little bites around, okay? So do what you can to figure out how you're gonna use this for your process. Get the person, and this is gonna be personality based, so it's kind of like having tools in a tool bag. You're able to have this conversation with people like me where it's everything at one time. Here's the big bite, cool. Scott, all right, cool, I'll take it, I want it, all right? And then you have the small bites for the people who's like, we're gonna lead up to this, lead up to this, lead up to this, lead up to this, and they're like, oh, okay, cool, now I want it. Otherwise that leads to I wanna think about it, or I gotta call other people, or I gotta get other bids, okay? So start small for some people, and then end up big, and then for some people you're just gonna go big and give it to them. But you have to figure out which personality it's gonna work with. So it's gonna take some time and effort for you. And if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right or to the left, there is a subscribe button. Subscribe. And if you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Sylvan Bell, coming to you live from Kauai, April 22nd, 2015. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.